everyone, welcome back to Grow Kit. This is episode 11 on the new veg plot. So in this episode I'm going to be doing a little experiment. I'm showing you a little experiment I've been doing regards to compost and sowing seeds. So I've got two types of compost, and one of them works really well for sowing seeds and the other one doesn't. I've been running an experiment with that, so I'll show you that. And I'm going to update you on the watermelons, which I said I was throwing away, which I haven't had the heart to throw them away, but so I'll show you how they're doing. And also we're going to be repotting the chili peppers today. I'll just do a little quick demonstration on how to repot them, or how I do it anyway. And that'll be about it for this episode, guys. Only a quick one. So we'll get cracking. I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so let's have a quick chat about compost. So I was having difficulty germinating my onions. As you can see, I got 2 come up out of about 40 which I sowed in this compost. At the moment it's quite dry, and it's got this green sort of algae mould stuff on it. So I haven't been watering it too much, and every time if I put water on here now it will just pool up and it won't soak in at all. It is like the surface of this is horrible, and so this is no good. So I thought I'd do an experiment. So I sowed these at exactly the same time. They're both onions in this compost, which is just multi-purpose, cheap multi-purpose compost, and this stuff, which is my cocoa coir, which is made from the husk of a coconut. As you can see, this is about 7-8 days after I've sowed these. We've got almost 100% germination rate in this one. They're doing quite well. And this one, nothing. Not even one of these is germinating. So there you go. From now on, I'm using coir to germinate all my seeds. So get them out of the way. I just want to update you quickly on my watermelons, which I said I was going to throw away, which I haven't had the heart to yet. I did repot them into here. When I did it, I kind of trimmed the roots down a bit, just to kind of slow down the growth of them a bit. It seems to have worked. They're still growing and they're doing well, but as you can see they're doing quite well. They're getting pretty big now. So we had 4, there's 2 in there, and there's another 2 in there. So I'm going to try and keep these until they're ready to go out in May, or at least end of April if I can get them, if I can get a greenhouse before then. Anyway, apologies if you can hear the dog barking in the background. So in a minute I'm going to show you me repotting the chili peppers. So I'll get back to you in a second, guys. Hi everyone, so these are my chili peppers. The variety is cayenne. As you can see they're doing rather well. They're underneath grow lights at the moment. They're getting quite big. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to repot them, because see the roots are getting pretty tangled up in there. And I don't really like this compost that they're in. It seems to repel water, put the water on, it takes forever to absorb. It doesn't seem to go all the way through, it just kind of goes around the edges and comes out the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to repot these just into some little pots. So not much bigger than what they're in really, but they'll be separate, and I'm going to use some better compost. I've got some coir, which is coconut husk compost, which is what I use normally. It's really quite good. It's perfect for seeds and stuff, seedlings. So I'll probably won't show you, or I may well do, but anyway, I'll get back to you in a second. Alright guys, so I've decided to show you me repotting just one of these chili peppers. It's pretty much the same for repotting anything, but I thought I'd show you anyway. So what I've got, we've got this is called coir. It's made from the husks of coconuts. It's really quite good. It's completely sterile, and it doesn't have much nutrients or anything, but it's really ideal for starting seeds off and growing seedlings. Yeah, that's what I use. It's highly absorbent. It comes in block form. I got it from the pound shop. You add water to it, it expands. This is just a tiny little block which I've cut off just to make a little bit. You just add warm water to it, it expands up, and you get this lovely, really nice compost. So I'll get started. As I say, we're putting these chili peppers into these little pots, just because they've got this really poor quality compost in here. It may not be poor quality, but I don't like it because it just seems to stay quite like it repels the water. Anyway, here's our chili peppers. So all we're going to do, very gently, we're going to ease the plants apart. I'm just going to show you one. There's one. Pop them ones aside for now. So he's got a pretty good root system on him. I'm just going to crumble off some of this excess compost, and then we're going to pop them in this pot and top it up with the cocoa compost. I wouldn't worry too much about damaging the roots a little bit. As long as there's still a fair few on there, it'll be perfectly fine. So I've already separated out and repotted these once. So we're just gonna, I'll always put a little bit in the bottom first. It just gives the roots a little something to go straight into. And we just pop them in, firm it down a little bit, and fill around the edge with your compost. You can plant them a little bit deeper than what they were, up to the seed leaves normally. They're not like tomatoes, so you can't bury the stem all the way, as far as I'm aware. If you can, then I've never done it, but if you can, then let me know if I'm wrong. But I always, when I'm repotting, I always firm the compost down a fair amount, but not too much. But I want them all the roots into contact with the soil, with the compost. That's all there is to it, guys. Really simple. So he should be alright in there until I'm ready to put it in its final pot. It's already got, he's already got some side shoots starting to come up here. When it has 5 or 6 sets of leaves, so that one, that's 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets. It's almost on, that's on 4. When it gets to about 5 or 6, it'll be about 8 inches tall. Chop the top off, and all these side shoots will then grow up. And rather than getting a tall chilli plant, which is okay, you still get chillies off it, you'll get a nice bushy, it'll go out all the sideways, and in theory you should get more chillies, and they should be better quality. I won't feed this at all until it's ready to go into its final pot, because there'll be a fair amount of nutrients in the compost already. This stuff here, what I used to begin with, this said it had 6 weeks worth of feed in it, so, and you can see the little fertiliser pellets in there, which I don't really like. I prefer natural sort of fertiliser. These little pellet things always, I don't know, I just don't like them. But anyway, that's how you repot chilli. Simple. I'll get back to you in a minute, guys. Right, so there we are. That's them repotted. When you're repotting them, if the seed leaves are getting in your way, don't worry about just pulling them off, as the plant doesn't really need its seed leaves as after it's got its first set of ordinary leaves. They'll just die off anyway, so if they're getting in the way, you just pull them off, get them out of the way. Try and plant them up to the seed leaves, but don't go above, because they will shoot out from there, and if you cover that up, this is just my theory, you might make the stem rot. So in my opinion, don't cover up past the seed leaves on chilli plants. Tomatoes you can cover up as far as you want. Anyway guys, so I'll get back to you in a second. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will like and subscribe to the video, and leave a comment. I really appreciate all your comments. They're really good, really helpful for me. So thanks a lot guys. I hope you're all well, and I hope you all have a fantastic growing season. I'll see you next time.